We are finally going to get into this. The rules said that it's going to take around 40 minutes. We'll see if that's true. I'm usually pretty bad with my decision making, so we'll see how well that goes. I'm probably going to have to get up and stand so I can move stuff around properly, but we'll see what happens. So first things first, we have our orientation card. We got 4, do I have the bottom of the table here? I'm going to place these down here for the time being, just until I start building this way, if I start building this way. So we're going to reveal our first 4 cards here, and then we will distribute them as needed. Okay, none of them are going up, and none of them are the down or the T shape. So we are fine with these 4 cards. We need to choose how we want to distribute them. I think our best option right now is that this orange is going to go diagonal up to the northeast. This southern highway here is going to go towards the north, anywhere west to east in a 180-degree arc northward. Our northern highway, we're going to give this one to we'll just put it there for now because it's the first one to go, which means that our eastern highway is going to get this one here. Now we have to place these out in, I was going to say in clockwork, in a clockwise pattern. So we are starting with the northernmost one. So we need to figure out how we want to do this. We are not going up at all, so we're only going to need 1 column. And we are going to take 1 highway from our supply, which we have our nifty little rubber pieces attached to. I spent like 30 minutes doing that, probably less than that, but it took a little bit. It felt like it took a bit to do. So let's see how we want to do this. I don't think I can get this under the rainbow from this side. I don't think I'm allowed to put a column onto the rainbow, like onto the water section. It says you're not allowed to put it in the water section on here. I suppose it doesn't say you aren't allowed to put it on the water section in the rainbow, but I would guess. But maybe it's not water, right? That's a good question. I don't know. It's blue, but the airport's also blue. So what does that mean? I didn't think about I didn't think about that. I'm sure there's something in the rules that verifies. It's literally the first turn, and I'm already questioning rules. I should have read the rule book for Rainbow City. We're gonna say you can't put it on the blue piece. I think that makes the most sense. So what we're gonna do is we're going to kind of hop over south. Whew, this is actually gonna be a tough one, huh? I think we're going to kind of come towards the east. We're going to go like southeast-ish, and we're going to come over this way towards this highway piece here. And we have our first roadway down. Maybe we're going to be surrounding that tower first. We'll see how it goes. So that is our first one done. We're now moving over to this guy here. Once again, we're not moving up or down, but we have 1 column. I think I already might have messed this up because we're not moving up or down on anything, which is going to make things a little harder. This is going to make things a little harder. I think we're just going to go straight to the west with this one. We're going to try, that might actually make, I don't know. That might, maybe, I can't really go south. How southwest can I get? This is, I won't get it over if I do that. Uh-oh. I think we messed up already, eh? I think we messed up already. That's not good. We're going to come over this way. We're going to come to the west here. Slightly going north, but still within our parameters. Good to go. Second one down. Still no cars being built. This is not going to go well. I made a mistake. I'm going to fix this up here because we need room on the column in order to put our next thing down on. Okay, so we now have this bottom one, which I wanted to try and get through the rainbow, but I think I kind of messed that up. Unless we go straight this way, coming in between them, but then I can only hope that I get an up, which may not even work. It may be too close. It may be too close. Well, we'll go for it. I don't know if it's going to go. I don't know how particularly well this is going to go, but we're going to go for it. This is just my stupid decision making at work here. We're going to try and get through here. This is a terrible idea. Terrible idea, because now I have to get this one, which I can go straight north. I can come this way and then hope that I get an up, because these roadways are certainly going to have some troubles going forward, I think. So this one, I think that's the option that we have. We just have to go directly north and hope for the best on our next draw here. So, oh, excuse me. Jeez. So we're going to go north here. And that's the best option that we got. Jeez. Okay, so round number 2. Remember, we only have 8 rounds, or until everything has been placed. Can I get an up? Can I get an up? No up. I do have a junction on this one, though, so that could be useful. That could be useful for something. For what? I don't know, but it could be useful for something. So we're going to put this one, I think, for our northern highway here. This is going to get a lot harder. I'm going to orient them with this card. That works. That makes sense. So we're going to go with our northern highway here. I think for our eastern highway, I need to use the junction for one of these. North isn't quite going to work for our southern highway. Huh. We're going to use this guy for our... Actually, you know what? We're actually going to use this one for our western highway, our orange highway. We're going to use this one for... We have east and south left, eh? I might be able to get around this building here with this, but I don't quite know if I'm going to be able to do that without colliding into the northern highway. Could also use this for our southern highway here, although it's not quite... I think I have to use the junction for the southern highway in order to raise it. Oh, I could raise the eastern one, I suppose. It's getting tricky. It's literally turn 2 and it's already tricky. It's already tricky. You know what? We're going to use this for the southern, and we will use the junction for the eastern. So starting in a clockwise fashion, we are. It would have been better if I started on the bottom one. I can't junction over all of those, but that's okay. So starting with our northern one, we have to go south, southwest, or west. Now, I think the best option is to just, east, south, southeast, or east. I think the best option is to just go further east. And I can only hope that this is still in the camera. We're getting close, I think. Gonna get close to the end here, but I just gotta hope that it stays in place. So we're just gonna go straight east. Can I go northeast a little bit down this way? Will I cross over the highway? Oh, look at that. Crossing over the highway, it's a little tight. but we crossed over the highway, which means we get to place down our first. I mean, it's a pretty tight squeeze for any car that's going to try and go down it, but we get to place our car down for crossing the highway. So that is our first additional point. Pretty good. Pretty good. You always start the game with 4 points, seeing as you start with a car that's on the thing. So that is our northern highway done. We are now moving to our eastern highway, which is this guy here. So we do get a junction. We can cross over multiple roads if we feel like it. Or no, sorry. We can use as many supports as we feel like. We're not going to get over multiple roads because I'm not going to be able to use this. I'm not going to be able to use this one quite yet, which sucks. But such is life. I'm actually probably going to end up putting this one south anyway because we can go south. We can go south with it. So we're going to junction. We need to move up. I think we might, maybe we'll go up 2 just to be safe, especially with a junction on top of it. It'll give us a little more room to branch out off of our eastern highway. So we're going to use 2 columns as well as our junction. And we're going to hop up over this way. I don't know quite how far I need to get. A little too far with these columns. There we go. Okay. And we have crossed over 1 highway. So we're going to get a green car for our eastern road here. Pretty nice. So that completes our eastern highway. We are only allowed to have 2 per highway, 2 junctions per highway. So we have already used our junction for, well, one of our junctions for our eastern highway. Moving on to our southern highway. We're just going to go straight south. We're going to come back down this way, straight south. Still no going up or down. We're just going to make our way over here towards the airport. Is this a weird curve for a highway? Sure is, but that's okay. It's just a very aggressive U-turn. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. It's fine. It's all good. And last but not least, we have our western highway, which I think we're going to head west, going around this far development side here. I've got to remember that I can also put stuff onto the development places. I don't have to worry about putting columns onto those. I just can't put columns onto the water. So that completes turn number 2. We're now moving on to turn number 3. Oh, we got an up. Okay, we've got an up. That could be handy. That could be handy. I think I'm going to use that up for our southern roadway. Our northern roadway is going to get this one here because all I need to do is cross back over. I don't need to worry about going up or down right now. I just need to start coming back this way. Our southern, do I want to do southern? Could do southern. Could do southern any direction. I could come back this way, get a car over my own highway. That is an option. Could also start coming around the tower. That could be beneficial as well. I could also come this way and start coming around this tower. Also, potentially, I could actually get onto the yacht, get our 2 points for the yacht by placing a column onto here. So I think, oh, these are both junctions, so both of these are going up or down. Well, they're all going to have to go up unless I use one for the eastern one. So we're going to use the up for our southern highway. And these guys are pretty well the same. What do we have? West and east to go. Well, our we'll use this for our east. We will use this for our west. And we will begin. So starting with our northern highway, we are just going to probably come southwest, come back down this way. See how far I can get here and try not to end up. Can I get just past it? I cannot. So I'd have to come right here-ish, right? Perfect. Back this way we come. Have to make sure that we don't cross over the Asakusa. Again, butchering that pronunciation, I'm sure. So that is our northern highway completed. Moving on to our eastern highway. From the green, we are going to come down just one. We are using a junction in this case. Or no, we're going to be coming down two. We're going to be coming down two. So we're just going to be using our junction coming down all the way to the bottom here. So, coming all the way down on our eastern highway. Okay, there we go. That is the eastern highway done. Our southern highway, using the up, I think we're going to come back this way. We could also come this way, though. I think we're going to come this way. I'm going to see if I can get onto here. Give it a shot. Try and get some points for the yacht club. Can I make it work? Nah, not quite. It's a little too far. A little too far. That is unfortunate. So I guess we're going to come over this way. We're going to come towards the tower instead. And start making our way around the tower. Try and get some additional points for any buildings that we happen to circle around. And last but not least, our western highway, our orange highway. We're going to go, I guess, up, right? We're going to go, or I could also come down this way, though. We could get a car coming down this highway here instead of trying to surround the building. Did something just fall? Was it a column inside the bag? I feel like I just heard something fall. It wasn't our thing. I can see everything. So either we try and go around the building, which will only give us 1 point for going around the building, but if we get around the tower, we get 2 points per building. Or we can get a point for coming underneath here, and I think the better option is to get a point for coming underneath here. We'll try and go that way a little later. I am not going to use a junction. I don't have to, right? So I think we're gonna hold off on the junction for the time being. And we're just gonna slide this guy right under here, and that is my orange highway, correct? So we're gonna get an orange car onto our highway. This highway apparently passes like right beside the theme park, which only consists of a Ferris wheel and a castle, bouncy castle, perhaps. And that is turn number 3, I believe, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's turn number 3. So we're on to turn number 4. This will be the halfway point of our game, and I feel like we haven't done too much. We haven't done too much yet, which isn't good. Okay, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. I should have used the junction. I should have used the junction. It's okay. It's all right. It is all right. It's not all right. I'm changing my mind. Ignore this, me changing my previous move here. Just ignore the fact that I'm doing that. It's all good. Okay. This is a normal thing. Pretty much every time I play a game on camera. We're still doing the same move. We're just going to shift the height at which we end up at. We're going to go up 2 instead of going underneath. So we're still going to get 1 point from over here. We're just going to go above instead of going below. So just ignore the fact that I changed my plan. It was a column that fell because I just saw another one fall. Okay, so we're going up instead of going down. We got the junction going on. It's all good. It is all good. So for our eastern highway, we're going to use that north, northeast, and east column here. I'm going to have to shift that junction a little bit just so I can actually get stuff on. We'll figure that out. For our, what else do we got here? Another junction piece. Do I have anything that could start going up? Could try and get our northern one up. It's in a bit of an awkward spot right now, so we're going to use that one for our northern. Oh, geez. For our southern, we will use this one here, which I guess means our eastern one. Oh, whoops. Our western one is getting this one. Where's our western one right now? Does that work? That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, that'll work for the western one. That's okay. So, starting from the north, what were we going to do with that north? Where is that right now? Over here. We were just going to come down southish, right? Well, I guess that's this way. So I wanted to come over this way, but I guess I can't do that. So I'm going to have to come down here. We're going to cross over the yacht club, which I should be able to get across. That should not be an issue unless I hit that boat, which hopefully I don't hit that boat. Okay, we're good. we got across. Not connected to the, we don't have a column on the development space, which sucks, but we get a nice view of the yacht club. The highway's a little low. I think those boats might run into it, but we get a decent look at the yacht club. No points for that one. No. Oh, you know what? This was a. Do I want to go up? Because there's a junction point here. It would only be our first one, but I think we are going to go up a little bit. We're going to go up 2. We're going to bring this up to row number 4. This is going to be the first 4 that we have. Also, it's going to give a little more room for those boats who need to get back from the yacht club. Try and line this up so that I don't knock everything over. I also need to move it back a bit so we have room for actually putting stuff from the junction down. Okay, there we go. There, plenty of room for those boats to get under now. So that is our northern highway. So moving on to our eastern highway, we are over here. We also could branch off of our junction up in the middle here. But I think my plan here was to put something down here going into the theme park, which I can't do because it doesn't reach apparently. I'm not quite far enough to make that work. Oh, no. I knocked the thing over. I can't remember what it said about knocking things over. In the base game, you're just supposed to give your opponent one of your columns, and you have to reassemble it, which is something we can easily do since that was a pretty recent thing and we didn't knock anything else over. But I can't give my columns to anybody. So it's fine. it's okay. I guess we just have to put it back together. What I can do, though, is if I shift this a little bit so I can actually get on here, we can do another awkward U-turn. And we can go straight east, pretty much, which maybe I can get into the green area going straight east. Can we do it? No, I can't. I can't do it. It's not going to work. It's not going to work, unfortunately. So we're unfortunately not getting into... That's what I wanted to do, though. That's what I wanted to do. Oh, well. Well, we're at 3 on our other one. We can break off of this junction in the middle here, which might be our only option. We won't get another point. Not unless I can make it up here, which I might be able to. Is that too far? That is barely too far. Ooh, look at that. Boom, we did it. We got over that back highway, which is going to get us another point. Now, if I can get over one more highway... Oh, Jesus, no, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm going to knock everything over trying to put this back. Okay, I was trying to move that back column so that I can actually place stuff next turn. If I can... There, that should be okay. If I can get a good card and go east or northeast, but east-east would be better, I can get the traffic jam. I can get the traffic jam goal for our northern, or no, sorry, for our eastern highway. So let's get another vehicle going this way. Okay, so that is our eastern one taken care of. Moving on to our southern one, our pinks. We're pretty well going north, I think. I think that's just our best option. We could also come out this way, but I don't want to run into troubles with that. I don't know if we're fully going to get around here. It'd be pretty tight. It'd be pretty tight. But we don't have a lot of options. If I go north-north, I could get a car there. I'd be just in front of the theme park. Maybe that's our best option right now, unfortunately. I would actually get 2. I would get 2 cars here because I'll be going over two things. One of the green highways and one of the orange highways. So I think this was pretty much right up against... God, that's going to be tight. I think this was pretty much right up against here. Let's see if I can get this in here. Boom, look at that. Again, very, very low, very low roadway. If this was a real highway, you would definitely be getting into some accidents there, but luckily this is just a game. There's enough space, there's enough space there to clear the, to clear the underside of the thing. So that's what, our pinks? We're gonna get 2 for that because we crossed over this orange highway and we crossed underneath this green highway. So we're getting 2 vehicles on this one. I think I might have put that bus the wrong way. Oh, geez, don't fall off, truck. Just what I would need, an accident on my highway. Okay, and last but not least, we have our western highway. What was I doing with the west? Where's our orange? Our orange is up here. I guess we're just going to go south. I think south is the way to go, because going west isn't going to do much for us, and going southwest isn't going to do much for us. So I think we're just headed straight south. Not going to get any points for it, unfortunately, but we're just heading straight south. And that is turn number 5. Was that 5? Oh God, made it even worse. Okay. I will double check our cards. I think that was turn number 5. I'm wondering if there's only as many cards as the amount of turns that you can have. I guess that would make sense. Okay, got another highway made up there. So that is another turn down. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That was only turn 4. So we have 4 more turns to go. We have officially hit the halfway point. So starting up turn number 5. We got an up and a junction, so we can go up any amount. And we have a down. Look at that. So up any direction, down any direction. Well, we're going to be using this one for, what is that, our eastern, so that we can head to the east and get that traffic jam bonus. That'll be nice. I'm going to want to stay relatively straight, but not that straight with our southern. I think we're going to use the up for our southern highway. We're going to use the down for our northern highway, which means our western highway is going to get this guy. Where is our west? Oh, that's not going to do much for us, though. We need to start coming this way. So I think we're... What's our north? Our north can use this one. We're going to switch it this way. So turn number 5, we're getting through. Starting with our northern highway. We're going to be making our way this way. We're going to try and cut around this building here, see if we can't get some bonuses, at least in a couple turns. So I need, what, 4? Oh, I got 1 too many. 1 too many. We're coming out this way. I don't know exactly how far this needs to be. Farther, apparently. This is also a junction, so I should try and leave room so I can still, oh geez, so I can still place stuff. Okay, we did it. Slowly making our way around this circular one. We're going to want to cut back this way on our next turn if we're able to, in order to try and get back over our highway. That is right against. So that's as far as we're going to be able to go there. Okay. So, oh, geez, I can't keep these things straight, apparently. There we go. I'm trying not to knock everything off. Oh, God. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Okay, moving on to our eastern highway. Where are we right now? So we have this one going down, but that's not what I want to do right now. I want to do that far one. And we're at 3. I don't really need a junction. I don't really need to use a junction. I also can't use a junction because we already have 2 with our eastern highway. So we're at 3. And I'm going to be placing this way back here. Try and get over this one. I can move that in a bit. Perfect. And since we went over our northern highway, we are getting a car. Go us. So that is going to put our traffic jam bonus in effect, seeing as we have 3 cars, or 3 roadways with cars on them, sorry, right next to each other on the path. And that is our eastern. So our southern. This one's going to be a little tricky. I think we're going back towards that development at the back there. And we're going to see how that goes. So with the junction, do I have a junction on this one yet? I don't. So I think maybe we'll use a junction for this so that we can branch out a little bit if we need to. If we need to. We're currently at 2 and we have to go up. But if I'm using a junction, it doesn't matter how far up I go, but I think we're only going to go up the 1 anyway. I just need to, I think this is only going to reach like right here. Get a highway. Oh, jeez, I knocked my car off. That's okay. I didn't knock any buildings down. That's the important thing. I need to try and get this. I need to move it up a bit. It's a little far back. Oh. Here I am just tossing things all over the place. Okay, there we go. We made it work. So we are getting a point for this bottom highway here, which we haven't scored for the pink yet. That's going to give us 2 for the pink. If I can get another one somehow. I'd have to cut back across this way. I could get over this highway and we could get the traffic jam bonus like that as well. That could be an option. So that is our southern highway, and we are now moving to our eastern highway. No, our western highway. The opposite of east. West. Okay, that was a dumb SpongeBob joke. Just ignore that. Get this bus back on track here. Okay, so our western highway, west is orange. Where's orange right now? Up here. So we got to go down with orange. We can go down to any height that we want, and I think that is going to be a height of 1. We are not going to be getting any points this turn, I do not think. But I want to try and set up getting into the airport with one of our junctions because we can get a couple points just going into the airport. This will be our second junction for our western highway, so we cannot use any more junctions. I have one more junction on our southern, and I have one more junction on our northern. Otherwise, all of our junctions are done. I need to make sure this is far enough away that I can place a thing into the airport. I can make it work. I can make that work. We're kind of straggling a little bit all the way over here. So that was only turn number 5, right? 4, 2, 3, 4. That was only turn number 5. We are on turn number 6. We got an up. We got a down. We got that. And we got that. So we have an up, a down, a northeast south, and a northwest south. So for the western, we're going to use the down because I'm guessing I have to use a down in order to go down, which I want to do. I want to go down to the airport. So we're going to do that. Where is my... We're going to use this one for our southern path. The up, what can I do with the up? North and, oh, I don't really want to use it on the north one. Our north is already kind of tall. Going up again would be fine, but would be a pain. I could get it close to the Asakusa Shrine though, which would give us 2 points for that. Seeing as that's how I can only interpret how it would work in solo, because there's really no competition to it. It's supposed to be whoever's the closest to it without going over it, but it's not. That's not really a thing in solo. So for the up, I think we're going to end up using it for the eastern. Where are we on the eastern? Could use it over here. Could also use it on the far side, seeing as we figured out that that's not going to work anyways in regards to getting into the amusement park. It just was not going to work. So I think we're going to use up for our eastern, and then our northern will be this one here. So starting with our northern one, this one here, we're going to go north, probably. We don't have a southwest option, so we can't cross this one here, but I think... Oh no, we're going to come back this way. I can actually cross this right here and we'll get a building completion. So that'll be helpful. So what do I need there? 4? There's 3. Oh, geez. So if I get that over here... Is that in a good enough spot to get a road onto? Is that far enough? Let's find out. How many cars do I have left? I want to make sure I don't put all my cars down or I'm not going to be able to continue. I will end the game if I put too many cars down. Nope, needs to be a little farther. Still needs to be a little farther if I want to actually put something on the other side. These little rubber nubs are making everything slide around now. Definitely does help them stay gripped. Makes it harder to readjust. Okay, there we go. So we're crossing over our own highway here, which means we get another car down for crossing over a highway that has not been crossed by this player anyway. Okay, there we go. Well, I mean, it hasn't been crossed by any player, but you know what I'm saying. You get it. You get it. Okay. Oh, we're starting to get a pretty good highway system built up here. It's looking pretty good. Hopefully it looks decent on camera as well. But it's looking pretty decent. Okay. So that was our northern. That was our northern. Going to our eastern highway. Where are we with our eastern highway right now? I think that one was gonna come south. Cross over this highway here, maybe try and circle that building. That would work. I don't know why I didn't use this up. I don't know why I didn't use this up for the southern one. I'm gonna switch this around. I want to use that up for the southern one. Just ignore me. I'm just changing things around. I haven't used them yet, at least. So we're going to use this one for our eastern highway. And I think what we're going to do is we're just going to start heading down over here. Because, well, I could still head south on that far one. That would still work. What are we at over there? 3? I could put that. right here, and we would still score a point coming this way. I think that should be far enough. Oh, let's not knock buildings over. There we go. Okay, so that, what's that? The green? Another green one up here. Continuing that traffic jam. This is now 4 in a row. Not that that does anything for us, but worth pointing out. Okay. That was our eastern. So with our southern, this is why I wanted to use the up, because we can actually cross this way, or try to at least, and we'll be able to get a traffic jam on our pink as well. So that'll be another 2 points. What is that one at? We have to go up, so we need to go up to 4. And I have no idea where this is gonna... No idea how far this needs to be. No, that's gonna be too close, I think. Over here? Whoa, farther. Jeez. It's like back here. I can't see where I'm placing it. Still not far enough. Am I going to be able to get another thing on there? I'm not. This is the problem I'm running into. Is that this just needs to be shifted back farther. Oh, that should actually be okay. Okay, so I am crossing 1. Again, that's pretty low, but there's a gap there. There's a gap there. It's all good. The gap has been made. It's not sitting directly on the stick, which you may not be able to see through here, but there is indeed a gap. You can kind of see it there. Let's see if I can get down. It's right there. You can totally see that there's a gap there. It's all good. It's all good. Jeez, come on. Ooh, okay. Try and get this set back up here. There we go. Hopefully we're still okay for framing. So we got our up. We're going to put our car here. That's going to give us the traffic jam for pink as well. And last but not least, we have our Western Highway. And what were we going to do? We were going to bring that down into the airport is what we were going to do, right? So we're just going to boom, into the airport. It's right next to the airport, but it is still into the airport. So cool, we got that done. So that is another turn down. We got 2 turns left to go. We are on turn number 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's a little more. There's 4 extra cards. There's 4 extra cards. We are on turn 7, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, what the heck? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. That time it worked out. 6. So we are on turn 7. So there's 4 extra cards in the deck. Another down, eh? Now, I'm pretty sure when you... I think I actually have to put a car down there, because in the base game, if you make an exit, you put a car down. But I'm also exiting onto onto the airport, so I'm not 100% sure, but it is an off-ramp, so I am supposed to put a car down for it being an off-ramp. So we're going to do that, because that is a rule. That is a rule. So only 2 turns left, eh? I guess I should try and get all these bottom junctions just down, right? Just try and get them to become off-ramps to get more things placed down. So we're going to use this junction here for our for our northern road, because I still have a junction for the north. That's what I wanted to do. We're going to use the down for our eastern road. We are going to use, what's this? West, south, east. West, south, east, eh? What do I still have left? South and west, south, east. Well, you can use this for south. And then this one we'll just use for our western. That's fine, right? Orange. Yeah, that'll work. That's fine. So first things first, our northern path, we're going to use the junction. It is our final junction for the northern path. I believe we only have 1 junction left, which is to be used with our southern. Yeah, 1 junction left that can be used with the southern path. And we're just going to be using this right over here to come all the way down. We are coming all the way down. Actually, you know what? We're going to come all the way down this way, though. Which is, I can't really do because of the way that I set this up. So maybe we're not, maybe we're not doing that. Actually, I wonder if I could, I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to try and come down here so that we can use the foundation, the development area, sorry, for the yacht club. But I don't know if that's going to, I think that might be too... I don't know if that's going to stay. Nope, I made it work. I made it work. It's on. It's on. It's hanging on by a thread. It's kind of balancing, but it is most definitely on. It is on, and we're scoring a point for that for going over the highway there. Actually, oh, we're scoring a point for going over this highway too. Although I can't remember, because I've already scored that highway with that color, which I think messes it up. So we might only get 1 point for this one, because we've scored the other one with this color already. If it was a different color going through both of them, we would get 2. But it's not. So I think we're only getting 1, unfortunately, which is fine. That's fine. I can deal with that. We're still getting 1 point. That's the blue, right? So we're getting a blue. I'm going to put it up at the top here because getting it in the middle is going to be kind of tricky. Okay, so that is our northern. Next up, we have our eastern. Where is our eastern path right now? We go into the down. I was just going to make a down path, right? Maybe over there. We can do it like that. That's fine. It'll actually get us both towards the Asakusa Shrine, and it will get us a point for crossing over a highway there. So that'll actually be great. I'm gonna come over this way. Nope, not far enough. Perfect. So that is our tealy color, right? No, that's the green. Sorry, I was gonna say the teals and the blue and the green kind of blend together. And that's 5 now. That's 5 cars we have together in this traffic jam. That's a lot of traffic jam. Okay, south. Pink. Where are we with the pink? We're just coming across. Just coming across. Or do I want to come... I think I'm going to come south, but I don't know how far. I'm going to be like right in the middle of the rainbow if I do that. I can come off to the side, I guess. Like I could come this way, which is actually probably the better option because I get 2 points for that. Doing this. So that's what we're going to do. What, I need 4? And that's like right here. That's going to be a bit of a pain. Was that the right distance? A little too far. Oh, Jesus. Okay, made it work. We did it. Very sketchily, but we did it. Okay, so I'm getting 2 points for that because I'm going over 2. Technically, I'm going over 3 roads. If you, oh no, hold on, that's just a shadow. I'm only going over 2 roads. And only barely. I am barely going over this road right here, which we haven't scored with pink yet. And, oh, that would be 3 roads. Hold on, let me get an aerial view here. No, not quite. Not quite on that back road, but I am going over this road here. And I'm going over this road here. So that's going to give us 2 points with our pinks. That's pretty nice. And we're continuing our traffic jam with the pink as well. It's catching up to that green traffic jam. Try not to knock everything over while I place these cars down. Oh, Jesus, which I am about to. Okay, and last but not least, we have our Western. Okay, so where are we with our Western one right now? Orange down here is the only thing that, oh, there's also a junction here. Could come over this way and grab a point for coming across here. That's an option. Might be a good option too. That truck is going to have to be relocated, but I think that might be the way to do this. Actually, coming across this way might be a good way to do it too. I'll move that up a little bit. Move this back a little bit. And what do we need? 3. Come kind of southeast-ish here, this way. If I'm lucky, I can get onto that development spot. Oh, I might be able to. Right in the corner here, perhaps. Nice. And we get a point for crossing that pink highway. So that is an orange car that is going on there. If on our last turn we can get another orange, we'll get a traffic jam with the orange as well. And we might be able to get a traffic jam with the orange. Now, I don't know if, I mean, the way that, I guess so. I was going to say, I don't know if the buildings can be surrounded by all of the highways or if it has to be surrounded by one highway, but the way that it looks on the card is that it is a continuous road, not that it's just surrounded. If it was just that it was surrounded, that would be a lot easier. So it doesn't matter much for me now. Like, we would get around the tower with this orange one if I came over, and we would be around it on the other side with the pink. I'm gonna have to look into that. I'm gonna have to see how that works. We do have this one surrounded, thankfully, with the blue twice, actually. Not that that matters, but it's there. So that is our western. So we are on our last turn. None of those are up and down, so we're not going to be able to do any more junction points, but that's okay. That is a-okay. So what do we got here? What can I do? I just want to go south with my oranges there. So we're going to use this one for west. I want to be able to go to the west. Oh, to the west with my blues, which is north. So we're actually used for the north. And then I can achieve the same thing I was going to do for orange with this one. And then south, where's my pink at? All the way over there. I have the junction as well, but that's not going to do much for me at this point. So I think we're just going to try and gain some points with our pink there. What can I get over? 1, 2. I could potentially get over these two if I come over that way. That would be northeast. So northeast for south here. Perfect. And then we have northeast, south for the eastern one, I guess. Where is my eastern one? Everything's blocked out for east, right? No, it's over here. I could try and get it under the rainbow. I could try. I don't know if that would work. I might be better off just coming this way. Actually, might be able to cut this to get 3. Would that go over all 3 of them? Oh, that would be tight. That would be tight, but no, it wouldn't. It wouldn't make it. I'd have to go over the gap here, and that doesn't count. But I could get 2. I could get 2. So we might do that, but I can't go east with this one. I would need an eastern card. What am I doing with north? Where's north? Or sorry, a western card is what I meant. North is also trying to go west, which I only have 2 of. That's going south. So I can do this. I can switch it like this and then do that to go south. This should be okay. This should be okay. So we're going to start with our northern one, which is just going to come straight west and come over that bridge there. We're at 1. So hopefully I don't run into this airport. And again, we've got our tiny gap, but there is a gap. There is a gap there. It's all good. Okay, got our car down here. And, oh, does that give us a traffic jam for blue as well? Look at that. Look at that. I think we got a traffic jam on all of them. Go us. Go us. Great. I'm so good. No, my points are probably going to be pretty bad. We actually didn't, I don't think we accomplished all that much, honestly. So east. is our green. Where was our green? What was I doing with that? Green is here, and I was going to cut west, correct? So I've got 2. And that's going to end up like here-ish, right? Oh, a little too far. Okay, so we're getting 2 points on that one for crossing over those 2 highways from the Southern Highway. Alrighty, and that's that one. I'm gonna push this in here a bit so it doesn't collapse on me, and I'm gonna try and not knock everything over. Okay, good. Southern. What was I doing with my Southern one? That's pink, right? Where's pink? Right, I was going this way. So what are we at? 4? And I was trying to cut off this way so I could get over 2, right? Boom, and we do get over 2, so we're getting 2 points for that on the pink as well. Nice. Lucky for us, those haven't been scored for pink yet. Pink, down to 1 car, by the way, so had we finished pink, it's the last turn anyway, but had we finished pink, the game would have ended even if we had more to do at the end of this turn. Okay, and last but not least, we got our west one, which we're just going to come straight down with, I believe. We're going to come south, right? Well, I could go north. I could go north. I could get 2 points because I can cross my own orange highway and I can cross that green highway. 2 points instead of 1 point. Obviously, I knocked the table. Obviously, that's the correct way to go about it, is to get 2 points instead of 1 point. Okay, there we go. So what are we at with that? We're at 3, which is actually going to end up oh, that's also at 3, though. Uh-oh. I can move up, though. Oh, I can't use a junction for this one, though. I've already used all my junctions. So I have to stay at 3. So I have to kind of come... Can I cross 3? I might be able to cross 3 here. If I can tuck it right here... I might be able to get over 3 roadways. Oh, I'll definitely be able to. It's just a little too far forward. Boom. And we're over 3 unscored highways. We have our orange highway. We have this green highway, and then there's a second orange highway right there. So that is 3 points for orange. And that wraps up our game of Tokyo Highway Rainbow City solo mode, provided I get these down without knocking everything over. And now I get to figure out how to score all of this. I think I'm just going to do it one by one as I go through the thing here. And then we'll just kind of add everything up afterwards and hope that I'm scoring properly, basically. So we're just going to start north, south, east, west. So let's see what we got here. This was our orange, was our west side. What's this? Blue? Green? I think this is green. Definitely green. Green was our east side. Blue was our north side. And pink, our final pink car, was our south side. So we're starting off with the northern side. We're going to do things basically one at a time. So we are starting with drive, which is how many cars we have on our blue highway, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 blue cars. That's a lot less than I thought it was, actually. So 5 blue cars. Next up, we have 1 point for each space built on a development. We have 1 space here, and that's it. So we get 1 point for our development spaces. Next, 1 point for any buildings that we've gone around, which is just the 1. So that is another 1 point. Next up is ×2 for going around the tower, but we did not go around the tower. Off-ramp to the green area, which no one got to, way back in the corner there. No one got to the green area. Blue is not at the airport. Very close, but not at the airport, unfortunately. Blue did not go under the rainbow, but blue did in fact get a traffic jam right here at the last moment. So that's another 2 points for our traffic jam. And blue is not, or no, blue is the one at the yacht harbor. Blue is our one at the yacht harbor here. Get this straightened back up. So we get 2 points for being by the yacht harbor. We did not get to the amusement park over there, and we are close, we're closer to the Asakusa Temple with green. So we'll score green when we get to the Asakusa Temple. So our Northern Highway scored us 11 points. Pretty decent, pretty decent. Let's do our Eastern Highway. So once again, starting off with our drive. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 points just from cars that were put down with our green. Next up, we have development. Did I have green on development at all? Let's see where we're at. Let's see where we're at. Green is not on a development space. Any buildings that green surrounded, which is none. Green did not surround any buildings. We didn't circle the tower. We did not go off into the green area. We did not go off onto the airport. We didn't go under the rainbow. We do have a traffic jam. Green, in fact, has our largest traffic jam, I believe, with 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, sorry. A traffic jam of 6, so we're getting another 2 points for that traffic jam. And I said I was going to score green as our Asakusa, so we get 2 points for being closest to the shrine. We are not by the yacht harbor. That was blue, and we did not go to the amusement park. So our Eastern Highway gained us 12 points. Moving on to our Southern Highway, starting with the drive. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 points from our drive on the Southern Highway. Next up is development. We do have development with our Southern Highway here. Just at the back here is the only one that we have, so we gain 1 point for being on a development space. We did not circle any buildings with pink. No, we didn't. So no points for a building circling with pink. We didn't circle the tower. We did not go off to the green area. Did not go off to the airports. We did go under the rainbow close to the beginning of the game, so we're going to gain 2 points for that. And we do have a traffic jam of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So second place for the traffic jam, so we're getting an additional 2 points for that, putting us at a total of 14 for our Southern Highway. And last but not least, we're moving on to our Western Highway. Starting off with the drive, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 for the drive on our Western Highway. Next up is development spaces, which I believe we just have the 1 development space on the tower, which is correct, just this one here. So that's going to be 1 additional point. Oh, that's the wrong one. And then we have any circling buildings. Did orange circle a building? No, orange did not circle a building. So orange did not circle the tower. Orange did not go off into the green area. Orange did go off onto the airport, which is going to gain us an extra 10 points. Orange did not go under the rainbow. And orange also has a traffic jam. The lowest traffic jam of all of them, or well, tied for lowest, I guess, with our northern one, but it has a traffic jam of 3 over here. So that's an additional 2 points for our western highway. It is not the closest to the Asakusa Shrine. It is not connected to the Yacht Harbor, and it did not have an off-ramp to the amusement park. So if this was a solo game, our southern highway would have done the best. But this isn't, or sorry, a solo game. If this was a competitive game, our southern highway would have done the best. But calculating everything together, we have 12, 12, which is 24, plus 11 is 35, plus 14 is 49. So we completed the game with 49 points, which according to our little score progression here is solid. Between 48 and 56 points, solid score. Good job. Thumbs, that's a little close. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Good job. So we did solid. We did a solid job. And last but not least, we're going to do a little bit of a aerial show of our Tokyo Highway here, because one of the things I love about this game is getting a nice aerial view of your highway structure. Pretty cool to see the different perspective compared to when you're playing the game. Also get a nice little pan of our highway here. Pretty fun to do. Just get a nice little section of our highway, bring it around, get some cool perspective shots. Try not to knock anything over. And that is our highway. So that is it for our game of Tokyo Highway Rainbow City Solo Mode. Thank you guys very much for stopping by. I greatly appreciate it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully I will see you all next time. But until then, just remember the board games are for everybody. If you have Tokyo Highway or you have the Rainbow City expansion, let me know what you think of it down in the comments below. If watching this has made you want to try the game out for yourself, let me know that down below as well. It's always nice to see what other people end up playing based on the stuff that we talk about and play on the channel here. If you're over on Instagram, you can follow us at Board Games Are For Everybody. Over on Instagram, just post games that we're playing as well as stuff that we pick up. So you can always check that out. Come chat about games. But yeah, that's it. So thank you guys very much for stopping by. Hopefully I will see you all next time. I know I said this already, but it's been a while since I've done this, so I got my outro a little mixed up. Thank you for stopping by. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Until next time, just remember the board games are for everybody. Until then, peace.